A new development tonight. Brandon Vandenburg, one of the suspects in the Vanderbilt rape case, has pleaded guilty, but not to the crime you might think. For several months now, he's faced charges for a confrontation with a security guard in California. That is now resolved. But as Nick Barris tells us, the question now, will that case impact the rape charges he faces here?
This case in Vandenburg's home state of California certainly took a backseat to the far more serious charges he faces here in Tennessee. Now, with that behind him, his legal team can focus exclusively on the rape case.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, sir, they have.
Vandenburg, along with Corey Beatty, are accused of raping a woman on the Vanderbilt campus.
Guilty of aggravated rape.
Both were convicted last year, but the verdicts were thrown out because the judge ruled the jury foreman was biased.
Mr. Vandenburg should be put back in the same position he was prior to the verdict coming down.
The two former Vanderbilt football players were released, but the legal battle in California led the court here to up Vandenburg's original $350,000 bond.
I'm going to increase his bond by $50,000.
It took $400,000 for Vandenburg to return home, all because of a battery charge involving a security guard at his little brother's school. The incident happened while he was out on bond awaiting the rape trial. Now, News Channel 5 has learned that Vandenburg settled the case, pleading guilty to a misdemeanor of using offensive words in a public place. He was sentenced to 2 years of unsupervised probation. Could this case work against Vandenburg in the second rape trial?
And of course, the prosecution would like to have the jurors hear that. I mean, that is something that, it's kind of propensity evidence. It's bad character evidence.
So will it come into play? Maybe, but the odds are against it unless Vandenburg decides to take the stand in his own defense. And remember, he didn't during the first trial, and it's unlikely he will in the second. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Thank you, Nick. The second Vanderbilt rape trial is scheduled to begin April 3rd, or will it? Well, Nick has uncovered exclusive information on the preparation for that trial and the possibility of a plea deal. Don't miss that special report tonight on News Channel 5 at 10.